Good evening all. Check. Yes, no, it's working, it's not working, it is, it's not, it is, it's not. Are we there? Right, good stuff. Let's turn that game audio back down a little bit. I think that should be us. Right, good evening all. We're sorted. Hope everyone is well. Welcome along to Affinity Racing. And a night that we're going to spend trying to rebuild my account a little bit. So for anyone that was here on Monday, we had a little bit of a, well I say a little bit, we had a major DR reset, which absolutely was not ideal. So we dropped down all the way down to C rated. Evening Craig, how are we doing? You can hear me now? Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, I turned the game audio up earlier. I was recording some stuff, recording the Ferrari VGT first look, and I had to turn the game audio up. I forgot to turn it down. Anyways, see if we can bring this microphone a bit closer as well. For some reason it feels too far away. There we go. Right, good stuff, good stuff. Bob, good evening mate, how are we doing? Hope we're all well mate. Right, we're starting P3 on this one. It was P4 when the lobby loaded up, but I think all of a sudden we've gone to P3. We've been promoted, which is a bonus I guess. Right, so we're on a mission to try and rebuild our account a little bit. So we are at B A now, B for DR and A for SR. As we know, we had a major reset last week on both. So bit of a nightmare. Oh, that was a bit of a weird moment there. I'm not too sure what was going on there. So yeah, we had a nightmare all round. Let's put it that way. So we're going to try and right the wrongs of Gran Turismo today. This guy on an absolute mission. Everybody on an absolute mission. Yeah, I feel like Radar would have been the sensible shout there. Are we going to get tagged at all? Off anybody at all? No. P1 still in our sights here. Going to go fuel mix 2 while we're in the slipstream, but just try and keep the radar on, keep a check on everybody here. Can't trust everybody in these lobbies as much as we were once able to do so. He once passed on the right hand side, isn't he? I'll let him go as well. They're not going to bother me in the slightest, pal. You go for it. Because little do you know, you are saving me a ton of fuel anyways, so I'm not going to complain for the moment, to be honest with you. We've got a decent gap behind us now, 1.8. I don't think that guy's going to catch up to us anytime soon, so that is all good. But yeah, what's our thoughts on the Ferrari VGT then? Has anybody been on it yet, or been in it and had themselves a drive? Well, that was never going to end well for the two of them, was it? It means that we can go straight past, hopefully. Not quite. He's going to give it the extra beans. Use up a bit more fuel doing that, mate, so that is fine by me. I will push you along as well and fuel save all the way. That is absolutely fine by me. And use said slipstream to push my way past. Still going to have to give him space on the inside though, but if we can just defend on the outside, sorry, but if we can just defend that one, which we managed to do, that drops him back there. Oh, that nicely. Oh, this guy with a penalty as well. Oh, well. We get booted through that corner there, but P1 with a penalty, which hopefully means we should get past him. Potentially here, the win could be on the cards, or at least we can battle again for P1 now, for sure. However, we've used a bit more fuel than I was expecting on that one. So let's just try and save a little bit. Takes a fair bit of concentration through there, doesn't it? Not a one that you want to bin, that's for sure. Oh, we could have been a lot quicker through there, let's be honest. Right, I'm just going to try and close this gap under fuel mix 2 for a little bit. Just try and save a little bit of fuel here. We crossed the line with sort of 1% less than we want to. It's not too bad, to be fair. is when I noticed we were only 3/4 of the way around the lap and we had 83% fuel. So not driven it, don't like the VGTs. I tell you what it is though, mate, it genuinely is a great car. It really is. Well, it's a great fake car, isn't it? It's great though. It really is great. So I did a YouTube video on it this morning. I was in early doors. How sad, eh? How sad. I was in, first thing I done, downloaded the update, jumped straight in it and had a bit of a bash. And I tell you what, I was mighty impressed with it, to be fair. The only thing, overall, you'll have to go watch the video if anybody actually cares, but overall it was just the slow speed corners that I felt let it down, where it kind of, basically the thing that I realised is the faster you drive it, the better it is, and it was one of those where slow speed, you just got that little bit of understeer, or the braking wasn't quite where you thought it would be in comparison to how it drove around the rest of the lap in kind of the high speed sections of track in Spa and all the rest of it. So yeah, I did a few laps on a few different tracks, tried it out in the wet as well, and mighty impressed with how it still managed to hold some great control in the wet. And yeah, I'm quite a fan of it. Didn't think that I would be, I'll be honest. Didn't think that I would be, but I was curious to give it a go. Managed to make a fairly in-depth, detailed video about it, so quite happy. However, one thing I didn't mention in the video, because I noticed after filming it, I don't know if it's a glitch, and I'll possibly end up doing another video on it, is that you can't, if you press the brakes, even while you have the accelerator, you cannot accelerate. It just totally cuts off the acceleration. Now, I don't know if that's a deliberate feature of the car, or if that is a glitch, because literally the slightest of touches on the brake, because I was trying it to trail braking into corners and stuff. I was trying to just keep my foot on the brake a little bit longer, just to try and recharge the battery. But I was wondering what was happening, because the car was feeling weird, and it took me a very long time to realise that the car actually just was always stopping accelerating. So it was a little bit strange. I don't know if it's an intentional design of the car, or if it is indeed a bug. So we have to serve a penalty the next lap for track limits, which is a little bit unfortunate. Try and close this gap then. We're going to struggle to do so, but let's just try. Right, just crossed the line with the right amount of fuel. Trying to average 20% per lap. Oh, you watched the vid, what a hero. What did you reckon? I'm not a fan of how it looks. I'm not a massive fan of how any of the VGT cars look, to be perfectly honest, but it's not the best, not the worst. Oh, nearly on the grass there. I tell you what, that would have wrote off any chance of trying to catch up with P1 here. Would have absolutely wrote off any chance. Right, what I'm trying to do now is use a higher fuel mix, or a lower fuel mix technically, more power, get it up to a higher speed, and then jump the fuel mix up. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't know whether it's going to work. At the moment, you can hear the wheel trying to feed back on this road. one's breaking away quite a bit. He's breaking away so much. I wonder if he's in a different car, or if he is, or if he isn't saving fuel. I thought he was going to be serving his penalty there. That confused me for a second there. He's obviously serving it in the following lap. Right, this will hopefully save us a little bit of fuel here as well. Dirty air, however, we need to be careful of, for sure. P1 into the pits. I thought he wasn't fuel saving much. There we go, that explains that one then. Oh well, this is hopefully quite a comfortable win then, providing we don't bin it, because we should get past this guy here when he serves his penalty, but I will sit behind him and save as much fuel as I can, for sure. Jonathan, how we doing, mate? Sorry buddy, I just spotted you in chat there. I don't know how long you've how long ago you sent that that message. Le Mans is one of those tracks where you do have to concentrate, isn't it? So apologies, mate. But I hope we're all well. Yeah, I'm happy to sit behind this guy for quite a bit. Save as much time and fuel as possible. We should save quite a bit. Sat here, to be fair. Go fuel mix 3 there, and we'll probably still stay in touch with him unless he's not going to fuel save. He is going to fuel save quite a bit. I will continue to match his fuel saving. You might just be thinking, if I fuel save and then let this guy in P2 past when I serve this penalty and whatnot, I can just try and leech off of him and do a bit of fuel saving and catch back up that way. I'll try my best to not let that happen, basically. It'd be a little bit too convenient for him, wouldn't it? So I'm going to make sure that I'm fuel saving as much as I possibly can do, just to play it safe. I think I'm kind of in the rhythm now as to how to do a good job fuel saving around here, because the first time round caught me out a lot. The first couple of races I really struggled with. Same again then. He's 1.2 something up the road, so we'll close a little bit in that. We'll have a slight slipstream. I'm not too worried either way. Because it's here that he's going to serve his penalty. And we want to be able to get a good launch here and absolutely drop him if we can do. We don't want him catching up, so as long as he can end up being 2 or 3 seconds down the road from us, or we can be 2 seconds down the road from him, the job is a good one, and he absolutely is. So I think he'll struggle to catch up. A lot of fuel saving done by both of us, though, to be fair. But he will definitely still have pushed the most. try and see if we can go for fastest lap as well, eh? Earn us a few bonus points. See what we can do. We've got plenty of fuel. 322.1 is the fastest lap there. We fuel saved like crazy those first couple of laps, first few laps. See if we can top that. Sector, first sector, nice. Get ourselves up to 180. I'm going to drop the fuel down, fuel mix down, keep it at 180. Nice round number. Stick with that on the straight. We'll brake a little bit later this time, a bit harder on the brakes. Little sectors. 10th, alrighty. Onwards we go. Demo, sorry buddy, I didn't spot you in chat either. I apologise, I apologise. Hope everyone is all good though, hope everyone's well. What's everyone's thoughts in general on the new update as well, by the way? What do we reckon? Not apart from the new Ferrari, not really being too fussed about everything else. The Alfa Romeo Giulia, I think that's probably the only thing that I'm bothered about really. Only because I love that car. After watching a couple of Top Gear reviews on it and stuff, I ended up really liking that car. So apart from that coming to the game, I wasn't really too fussed. I know there was talking a little bit of disappointment around not having any new layouts, but I think that's sort of been confirmed, or kind of. I think the rumour then is that a few new layouts might come in some newer updates a little bit later down the line. Whether that's before Christmas or after, we're not too sure. Jesus Christ, no way. No way, no. Surely this guy can't have enough fuel if he's caught up after all that. Have I been taking it too easy or what? That is insane. That is insane. How has he caught up that much time? Oh my god. Oh my god. We need this race win. Oh my god. Understeer with that dirty air. Surely he can't have enough fuel for this, surely. Dirty air, throw me off there. No way. We won? Did he run out of fuel? Did he run out of fuel there? He must have absolutely rinsed his fuel to catch up with us by that much. He had to have. He had to have. He had to have. Dory, how we doing? Good evening. If there aren't race cars or tracks or bug fixes, I'm not very interested. Fair play, mate, fair play. Can't argue with that one. How did we win that? I don't get it. How on earth did we win that? That's insane. Jarvis, is that you? That's not you. Jarvis, is that you? Or were you in that race? Was that you in P2? No way, Jarvis, mate. Nice one. Oh, man, I can't believe that. That was so close. Oh, right, okay. Right, okay. I got you. I thought you were saying that was you. I was going to say I didn't think that was. Right, I'm following now. You were watching, but you missed the finish of the race. Is that what you're saying? I think I got you. I think I got you. Oh, man. What an end. Absolutely. That is insane. Good fun, though. My word, that was tremendous. I don't get it. I need to see that replay. I need to see if he ran out of fuel there. Why did the bosses call on the home stretch? Oh, mate, no way. 15,000's on the line. I know. So close. He must have run out of fuel, surely. Surely. I'm going to be annoyed if he did actually catch up, overtake me, and then give me that position back. He had to have run out of fuel. David, how we doing, mate? Hope we're all well. Hope we're all well. Oh, man, that's crazy. Right, let's watch this. So, where is he? That's him there, isn't it? Yeah. Lap, 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 lap. Oops. Right. Where's he at for fuel then? Oh, it doesn't let you see, does it? But he's probably on, what's he on there? He's on about just under 25%. So he has about the same amount of fuel as me, actually. Yeah, he was setting purple sectors as well. I don't quite think he's in my slipstream there, is he? In fact, he might be, you know. That might be what it is there. He's done a better job of fuel saving all around, I think. Oh, God, he's actually caught up quite early on, hasn't he? I didn't even know he was there at any of this point here. I had no idea he was there up until this moment here. Even then did I know he was there, because I was still in front. Yeah, I didn't know about it until here, I don't think, when he actually took the lead. But he's got to be short on fuel now, surely. Is that what did it? Yeah, he ran out of fuel. Oh, you would be devastated, wouldn't you? And he put the fastest lap in as well. Oh, I feel so bad for him. That is so unlucky. Wow. We got the race win though, I tell you, but that was close. Oh, man. That was mega. That was absolutely mega. What a way to kick off the stream as well, eh? Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Happy with that one. Right, we're going to jump straight back in. We're hoping to get back to A-rated tonight. And then it'll take us a lot longer to get up to A+. But hopefully we can continue with some good results. I'm sticking with the Porsche. Did manage to improve my time. It was a 1:18.4. I got it down to a 1:18.1. But a lot of people on my friends list are a little bit quicker. A lot of people down already to the 17s. So need to pick up the pace, I think. Pick up the pace, because as we start to improve our time, we're going to end up dropping further and further down the orders. At the moment, we're starting kind of P3s and 4s, kind of just off the podiums. But that's going to be difficult to keep those starting positions. So let's see if we can get another good lap in here. Away we go. Making good use of that battery off the line. See, just as you get to the sort of middle of 6th gear, the battery starts to harvest energy again, so you no longer have that pull along the straight that you did out of the corner. And just a little bit wide there, not quite as clean as I could have been there. Probably not quite as quick as that could have been either. 28.1. That as a reference point. I'm not actually, can't remember the sector times or relatively good sector times off the top of my head, actually. dipstick. Right, come on, we'll have enough time for one more lap. Start that one again. Ooh. That's a lot better anyways, that first sector. As is that there we go. That's a lot better. Cool. I think it was slower actually, 28.1 was our last one, wasn't it? Actually, a little bit slower. Right, see if anybody can guess our qualifying time. I'm desperate to give away a t-shirt in prize. As a prize for anybody who gets this correctly before Christmas. So every single time that we do a qualifying time, if I haven't mentioned it, make sure you guys remember, get your bets in for what our fastest lap of whatever qualifying session we are on is going to be. So get your guesses in for this one already. It's obviously going to be a 3-minute something, so there's your first number. You just need to get the rest. Is it going to be an 18 point something, or is it going to be a 17? Can we get down to the 17s? Be well happy if we could do. See, I don't actually think it's worth changing up to 7th gear a lot of the time. What I was trying to work out before I came on the stream is if it's worth actually just staying in 6th gear, getting it up to 185 and just lifting off the throttle to keep it at 185 along certain straights. That one that we've just been on in particular before the second chicane. This one is another one. Unless you have a particularly good exit and then you're kind of already at 185 by the time you reach here. That, you know, I want to get down on the power earlier, but I just know I'm going to spin the car. Oh, 17.4 now, that is an ambitious target to aim for. 17 treble 6 from Bob. I'll be happy with either of those, I can tell you that. Now this one's worth going up into 7th because you can go beyond the 185 mile an hour. This feels like it could be a quicker lap. Go, 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 go. Right, we just need to get this last sector nailed. Just no mistakes. There's no real way to do it much quicker than you already can. You just need to get it nailed unless you make a mistake. Majority of your lap time, as far as I'm concerned, is made up earlier on in the lap. That bit is just about keeping it flat and on the right line. A lot of time to be gained in this final sector here also. Oh, 16.9, what a belter. Oh, happy with that. Happy with that. Really happy. Bet you nobody guessed that one. Even I wouldn't have guessed that. Even I wouldn't have guessed that. Oh, I'll tell you. David had guessed an 18.053. We got down to the 16s. Here's me hoping to get down to the 17s. Oh, that was a good lap, that. Better than I thought it was as well. Better than it felt on the way around. So, happy with that. Very happy. Right, we're going to start P2 here. If we can start racing with some A-rated drivers, then we kind of know that we're on the right track. But nothing at the moment. Starting P2 though, which is good. See if we can have P1 early doors here. He's a 16.8. So let's see if we can try and have him early doors. To be fair, actually, we're probably the smarter move is to actually just sit behind him for the first few laps. Force a mistake, force a penalty if we can. Oh, here we go. See what we can do on this one then. Cracking like that, mate. Cheers, David. Yeah, happy with it. Definitely happy with it. It's annoying, though, to think that there are some people setting 12s and 13s. But there we go. There we go. You can't win them all. Happy with that one, though, for sure. Really happy with that. $17.4. Yeah, you were the closest. Definitely, Jonathan. I think I will have to. I will have to just do one day. We just do whoever gets the closest. That's what we'll have to do one day. Yeah, Alpha, we had a DR reset, mate. Absolute nightmare. As is that as well, so... What's he got there? Is that a 3-second penalty? I hope so. I hope he has a hefty penalty for that, because that's pretty much ruined our race. And that there has pretty much ruined his. It almost ruins ours. We're going to get a penalty for track limits there now as well, which is a real shame. Yeah. All through avoiding him coming back on track, which is a bit annoying. Those guys having a bit of a scrap with each other, all with penalties to serve. I think the guy in front in P2 there has a bigger penalty than P3. Just going to sit behind them just for now, save some fuel. But yeah, DR reset, absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. We're trying to build ourselves back up now. We've got to get all the way back up to A+, which was difficult enough to attain in itself, let alone the fact that we've dropped now all the way down. We dropped down to C rated last week, earlier this week. So really, really not good. I presume we're going to serve the penalty this lap as well, so we won't necessarily make any inroads on these guys in front of us here. We won't get ahead of them. Guy behind us also with a penalty. He's possibly going to go for a move though here. Second penalty for the guy in front here, so we will get in front of him, thankfully, and we'll catch up to this guy no doubt, because he'll be going quite slow off his penalty. We're not going to catch up to him that much actually. He's got up to speed pretty quickly. Right, frustrating lap that one then. Too much that we could do about it, getting hit the way that we did. Try and catch up to P2 here. Nab a little bit of his slipstream. Oh, let me see who that is in chat. Does that say Kentai, if I'm saying it correctly? Or does it not? Let me me try and catch that properly on this straight. See if we can see it. Watch me still put it into the wall while I try and do this. It does, doesn't it? I believe so. Welcome along, mate. I think I've got the name wrong though. I can't quite see it. It either looks like Kentai or Kartai. Which is it? I need to spell out in big capital letters. Karhal, I think, isn't it? On a second look. I need it spelled out in big block capitals. Why can't I read that properly? My goodness, I do apologise, buddy. Thank you so much for dropping by and saying hello. Really, really appreciate it. Hopefully we can get some good results in this one, but it doesn't happen very often on this stream, I can tell you that much. You had a DR reset too, went from A+ to B. Oh, I tell you, it is an absolute nightmare, isn't it? It doesn't make it much fun. It has, however, meant that I've got a couple of race wins and stuff the past few races, being a bit further down again, so I've enjoyed that side of it. It's made that side of it a bit fun. Some slightly better results. Now what I am looking at here is P1's running away with it so much that I don't think he's fuel saving either. I don't think he can be. Track limits. Come on. No mistakes. Come on. Stop with the mistakes. But yeah, it gave us the glory again of getting a couple of race wins and podiums. Back up at A+, I wasn't really getting many of them. Like a P5 or a P6 was the equivalent of a race win for me, so it felt. He's not fuel saving P1. He's not fuel saving at all, he can't be. There's no way. He's trying to pull a gap so that he's got enough time to pit, which realistically he might not be far off. He'll certainly probably get himself a P2. Slightly long pit stop here, but he would come out behind me. I think he would have P3. I think he would fall into P3. Need to not let too much of a gap be formed, because with the way he's pushed at the moment, he literally could end up being right behind us when he comes out of the pits by the end of this lap. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if that's where he came out. So I just need to be a bit steady. Got a better exit to him there though. is his gap. He's probably going to go into the pits with a 22, 23 second difference to me. Forgetting about this, yeah, probably about 22, 23, might be 24. We're going to lose a bit of time with that penalty. He's got to go into the pits, surely. Yeah, 1% fuel, my God, he's pushed that to the absolute limit there. Yeah, he had to be going into the pits. Right, let's see where he comes out here, because we're going to have to fuel save. He might actually have the ability to push quite a bit compared to us, obviously. Oh, P2's in the pits as well. Oh, magic. Oh, wonderful. Well, that's made life much easier. Almost too easy. I'm not happy about that. I thought P2 was going to stay out. Need to fend off from that guy who was in the lead though, because he's 5.1 behind us there, and he could easily catch up given his pace that he had, so we need to be very careful here. No mistakes, not doing anything too silly. It's going to come down to the last lap. He'll probably close this lap now. He'll probably close and come level with us, I would have thought. And then anything beyond that is two cars fighting on a final lap, so of course we're trying to fuel save, he's not. What do you mean, Alpha? What do you mean you didn't get a reset? I ended up with a reset because I got so many bad results, and then I did rage quit one, I think, and I think that was what had done it. I had a load of bad results. Lost. I went from A+ down to A, and then I think I joined a lobby, and then I think it was Daily Race B, and I think I might have rage quit that one. I think that's what done it, I'll be honest with you. A couple of bad results which dropped me down. It was a race as well, it was this one, Daily Race C, where I just had a ton of penalties as well. So I think that played into it as well. Just an absolute nightmare all round, really. Not ideal. Not ideal. This is going to come down to the wire though, because this guy's closing here. Able to really push. Whereas I am not. So this could get very close here. 2.1 seconds is the gap there. He's pushing quite a bit now. Try and make sure I give myself a bit of leverage and leeway here. Right, there it is, crossing the line with 22% fuel. We're still going to have to drive this lap relatively normally. I think he's made a mistake. We've got that gap up to 2.4. I felt like I took that chicane pretty well, but it wasn't the equivalent of 6/10 quicker than what he would have been, I don't think. Oh, let's not do that, stupid, come on. Go, 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 go. What's going to happen here? Is he going to close this gap? Remember, he only really realistically needs to be within 1.3. And that will absolutely put him in a very comfortable slipstream. Seems to have a bugged SR system, lots of people getting resets. Oh, really? Like the last time, race B. Let me try and catch that second bit of that comment in a second, pal. We got this guy right on us now. Pretty much you're saying though, race B, you can get away with anything. Yeah, smash and bang. That was it. Get no DR reset. Right, here we go then. Final lap it all comes down to here. More than welcome to go for it. Absolutely more than welcome to go for it. So I'll have the chance to get this back a little bit later on. Taking a bit of a gamble, trying to be patient, but taking a little bit of a gamble. Gamble that didn't include me being in it like that almost. Right. Will this gamble pay off here? Maybe I should have defended, you know. Maybe I should have defended. Yeah, I should have defended. I should have defended. I could have maybe held him up a little bit longer. Realistically, he was probably always going to get past. He's done very, very well to have the pace and do that with a pit stop as well in there. So, John, how we doing, mate? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. He's done really, really well there. It was a good race. I knew that was going to come down literally to the last lap. Guy had better hybrid. Yeah, you could see where he just had a little bit more acceleration out of that second main braking zone into the right-hander. Brilliant race, yeah, it was. That was a good one. Don't know if it's the same as on 7, but Daily Race C had SR rating, which was stricter than Daily Race B is. That would make sense. That would make sense. You'd lose more SR points for a bump or bad driving. Yeah, I can understand that. That would make sense to me. To be fair, that would make a lot of sense. But that one also a good race, podium. So happy with that. We're probably going to get ourselves up to A rating. Hopefully rather quickly. It's going to be the grind again from A to A+. That will be the struggle. But yeah, we will do our best for sure. So that one was a good one. We're going to jump straight back in. I don't think that we're going to do too much Daily Race B tonight, I'll be honest with you. I think Daily Race C is where it's at. A few more, in terms of DR, I think there's more to gain from Daily Race C. I presume. It's a bigger race, more laps, more difficult to complete. I presume it's got to make sense that Daily Race C offers more DR per race. So I'm happy with that one. That is not too shabby at all. Really, really good race from him. That really, really good race. Really enjoyed that. That one was good. We shall save the replay of that one as well. Someone here in the hybrid VGT. I don't know what brand actually is that. I've got absolutely no idea. Got no idea what brand that's meant to be. I'm curious to try some other cars, but I just don't think there's any that matches. I don't think there's any that matches, sadly. So, sort of one of those. We're climbing the ranks of B rating rather quickly here, though, at a fairly decent pace. Oh, it's a Peugeot. Ah, okay. Interesting. There's a load of cars on here that I would love to try. I just don't quite think that the... I do love the Toyota as well, you know. The Toyota is one of my favourites. One of my favourite Group 1 cars. The Porsche is mega, but I do love the Toyota. Let's do half a lap in it and decide. Has anyone got any suggestions on what might be a decent car to take a look at? Oh, as well, let me make sure I'm seeing this name correctly. Because I thought it said, right, it says is it Carhal or Carhull? Carhal? Either way, as I always say, it's butchered in a Geordie accent. I apologise. From here, I thought it said either Cartai or Kentai for some reason. So I apologise, buddy. But yes, is Carhal correct? I hope it is. Right. Let's have a look at this Toyota. Let's see what this is like. The Toyota, from what I remember as well, has got the better kind of battery deployment, or maybe not deployment. Deployment's not the right word. Recharging. It's quicker to recharge that battery. But it is only 6 gears, isn't it? If I remember. Don't think there's a 7th in that gearbox. I don't think there's much to top end speed's not going to really work very well in this thing, is it? I don't think. It's going to let us down just a little bit there. Yeah, actually it doesn't recharge that battery as well as the Porsche. I remember there was a race where the Audi and the Toyota was the two cars. I think the Audi was qualifying, Toyota was race. Toyota was best in race because it recharged the battery better when we had Group 1s at Fuji a little while ago. So that was what was making me think the Toyota was a good shout. I still feel like it maybe is a good shout, but just probably not against that Porsche, I don't think. We'll see what sort of lap time we set. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near close to that 3:16. The Porsche just has so much more, generates so much more power under braking, more battery under braking. There's majority of this where we're not getting any battery. I'll tell you the other thing as well, actually. When you're... The other way that the Porsche is a lot better on recharging battery, when you're at midway through 6th gear and you're kind of like topping out on max speeds, the Porsche is recharging battery as well, so that's going to be no good. Just noticed your 316, really good time that. Yeah, cheers, man. We literally just done it before the race that we've just been in, so it wasn't too bad. It was a quite happy with that lap, to be honest. Should we have a look at the Audi? Is the Audi maybe where I just don't, you can't get anything better than the Porsche, really, can you? I think that's the problem. I tell you what, bold statement, but I wish that the Ferrari VGT was allowed in this race, because then we'd be laughing. Of course, normal Group 1 it would be allowed, but it's not fully released yet. So that would have been, I would have been well happy in the Ferrari VGT. I tell you that for nothing. I would have been well happy in that. Right, let's have a look at the Audi then. We'll enter the race in this one. We'll see how we end up getting on. Don't think it'll be too great, but we'll see. We'll enter the race in this. I just want to try something a bit different. Let's see, round about now, the Porsche would be recharging. Audi does have a better top end though versus the Porsche. We'll not quite have enough time to finish a lap. That's a shame, that, because I would have been interested to see what time we would have got with this. See, we can keep this in 5th, running all the way down here. That's not going to be a problem. Whereas you would lose in the Porsche, you would actually lose a bit of time there. You would have lost out in the Porsche by going up to 7th. It's just the Porsche would be, yeah, it's a bit hit and miss, isn't it? I would love to see the two of those cars going along this straight and really being able to judge it side by side. Of course, we probably will be able to in the next race, because round about this time here at 184 is the limit for 6th gear in the Porsche, and you have to go up to 7th. And when you go down into 7th, it sort of gets itself bogged down. 7th doesn't really gain you too much more. Whereas in 5th there, you literally keep that to 180 odd and then go up when you hit 190. It gets it there quite comfortably as well, so Stu saying use the Toyota. Well, that's what you use. How do you find it in race, Stu? Is it any good? My only concern with this and the Porsche, with this and the Toyota, is that compared to the Porsche, the battery's just so much better. Like, the battery's better in the Porsche. Oh, we're not going to be able to take the Porsche curves here either, which is a shame. Bugger. Right, well, we'll take the Audi into this one. We'll see how we fare up. Be interesting to see the difference. Someone in the Toyota there, boosted in the Toyota. Everybody else in the Porsche. Someone in a GR010 hybrid. I don't know what make that is. Right. What do we think? What do we think for this one then? Someone with a 16. On pole position there. Right, come on then. Let's go. See how we get on. going to have to be cautious of fuel saving as well around here. I think the Porsche saves fuel a lot better than the Audi as well. Right. Either that or we have to go for a pit stop strategy. Absolutely launch it. 787 would be quick but lethal. Yeah. Haven't played for weeks. Oh mate, you need to get back on. P1 is a bit sketchy. Oh. There we go. Oh my god, we're not going to have enough fuel at all to cope here. This thing's going to rinse the fuel. Its calculations there dropped to 5 laps immediately. Those two Porsches are away, but let's just see if we manage to gain back up to them here. Oh, we're going to have to be so conscious of fuel. Ah, man, no wonder they don't use this car. Pretty handy in the slipstream though, look at that. Keep dropping down, I think. Gonna have to do a lot of fuel saving here. This will not work. Yeah, ride the brakes a little bit more. Yeah, I'll try. Need to get into the habit. Grab ourselves the podium. We're at 85%. We should be at about 90 here. So that says a lot. I'm going to continue to drop down the grid here, I think. Damage on the rear there as well from that guy bumping us. Right, we're on 80% fuel now. We should be at 80% as we cross the line, so we've got a lot of making up to do on the next lap. Try and average this out. Almost running wide there as well. Right, I'm just going to sit behind these guys. Hopefully quite comfortably. Ah, no. Oh, penalty. I came off the brakes well early and I thought I was safe there. Yeah, half second, I'll take that. Can't argue. 3% under our allowance that we need to try and average here on fuel. There, someone went off. Being pushed again. Well, I'm going to say that was karma instantly served on that one. Constantly looking behind me there. Oh, really? Even then, we still get absolutely launched. That was me trying to watch and make sure that I didn't get hit, and then we still get hit. Wrong car was worth a look. Absolutely, I agree. It was worth trying and having a little look at something different, but not to be, sadly. These guys getting behind, from behind, getting in front. Right, this might help me out a little bit here, being in the slipstream. We've still got a lot of damage. Ah, man. Well, we would have had a better race in the Porsche, so I will stick with that from now on. Lessons learned, eh? Lessons learned. Stick with what everyone else is doing. And then you can't go wrong. This guy's coming in at some speed here as well. Yeah, stay as clean as possible, absolutely. Can you imagine if we had another DR reset? How tragic would that be? We're actually going to run out of fuel though at this rate, so we need to really be careful. Let's try and regain a couple of positions if the opportunity arises. Like that. Yeah, we're 5% over our allowance there, so we're really struggling to save fuel in this thing. Yeah, I thought that was going to come, to be honest with you. Ah, look at that. Oh, it's painful having to do all these laps when you know you're not going to get anywhere, or that it is unlikely that you will get anywhere. Where do we start? P2. Down to P8. Can't really see me gaining anything either, to be honest. We've been unlucky, to be fair. I mean, we've been absolutely battered in quite a few corners, so But yeah, fuel saving on this is a little bit more tricky, so having to be in fuel mix 3 for the majority of this doesn't really help you out all too much. Discovered some grip changes on the update. Can't brake. Does that say can't brake on the grass like you could? Ah, right, okay. Fuel mix 1. I was going to say fuel mix 1 is going into the pits. P1 is going into the pits, which makes me feel a little bit better. But at least the gap won't be like 48 seconds. But to be fair, I had nothing relative to compare to. We're still way under our allowance here. We've used way too much fuel. Should have another 6% fuel there. Is this where we can gain a couple of positions maybe? Of course not. I was guaranteed to go into the back of them, wasn't I? Sure you don't lose the place, pal, sorry. He's even trying to stay in the tow because he's going to absolutely fly. That's the problem with that car. It's just, you can't use that in the corners. You'd be quicker off doing a baton relay of cars and having that down the straight, park up on the right hand side, get out of it, and then jump in the Porsche to do the corners. It is such a handful, and well, it just does nothing. It's an absolute boat in the corners, that car. So it's hardly worth being in at all. A little bit like this Audi. So hopefully the next race can be a little bit better. Not sure SR is important now as GT Sport. There was some SRB and C in top split yet today. Ah, wow, right. Yeah, I have seen that. I have seen that a little bit, to be fair. It took me a long time to realise how all that sort of stuff even worked, to be honest. I was never, before I started trying to stream it and spend a bit more time on it, I had no idea what any of that meant, so I'm still kind of getting my head around a lot of it, to be fair, of what difference, you know, things actually make. We're still going to have less fuel than we can do to even complete a lap at this rate, however. See, we're just literally losing 10th over 10th over 10th over 10th to the leader. So maybe in quali, this could possibly match the Porsche, but realistically I don't think it does it? Certainly doesn't match it in race anyways. Gonna have to go fuel mix 6 for the rest of this next lap. hence why we're able to take that first chicane flat in 4th gear. Absolutely no power behind this thing whatsoever. Look at our lap times, man. 3:24 is our fastest lap. We're going to be nowhere near that on this one for sure. As we set a 29 there. I don't think we had any mistakes there, did we? In that one, that is literally just the pace that we've got to do this race. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. Is probably the least of our worries, really, isn't it? We'll let this guy get past here as well. Maybe try and sit in his slipstream. It's not going to happen. Not really going to happen, I don't think. Well, as long as we don't finish absolute dead last. He's 37 seconds behind us, so I mean, there's a chance yet, let's be fair. Got 5% to get through the rest of the lap. Oh my god, 6% sorry to get through the rest of the lap. I don't even think we're going to cross the line because we're going to have the 1 minute timer started long before we're anywhere near close to finishing the lap within a minute. And we bin it. Fuel mix 6, no power in the car, and I still managed to spin it round. Very good, very good. Oh dear. Alright, let's not get disqualified, come on. Right, next race will be a good one. I promise you that. It has to be. Not even going to cross the line in time. Well, certainly not after that spin. Not even going to cross the line with enough fuel. Look at that, fuel mix 6 all the way around that last lap. Still not enough to get us round. That's a shame. When are we going to run out? Now. No. Let's hope that P12 doesn't overtake us. Where is he? Nightmare. Tragic. Right, let's do it properly. Next one is a proper race. Come on. That was never going to end well, was it? The balance of power just needs to be better on Gran Turismo, though, doesn't it? Because we should be able to jump in whatever car we want and be more or less competitive. The fact that you're literally either stuck with a Porsche or the the Mazda, sorry, which is just an absolute rocket ship once it gets halfway through its gears, but so incapable in the corners. Right, here we go. This feels better. Oh, no, hang on a minute. We haven't entered. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Right, get your bets in. What's our fastest lap going to be? Get them in, get them in, get them in. We know the score. Free t-shirt from the merch store. Links in the description. Right, let's go again. Yeah, this time. Right, will we have enough time for 2 laps here? I think we should be. Yeah, exactly. If all cars could produce a decent lap time, we'd be so much happier, I think. Everyone would be. No, come on. Because that's the thing as well. Some people might really, really like certain combos, right? Some people might like Group 4 at Red Bull Ring, or Group 3 at here at this track, and Group 2 here, and whatever, right? But then if you're literally, say you love driving the GTR, but it's never quick enough, then what's the point? Do you know what I mean? Then it's like, oh well, it's the WRX again, and it's the same every week, or it's the Alpha, or whatever. Like, I don't like that about the game at the moment, but, you know, that's the thing. Everybody's copying everybody, and I do the same thing. That's the problem, because you know that there is only one quick car. So you have a look at the top times, and you go, okay, it's the WRX, it's the Alpha, it's the 919, it's whatever. And that's what you end up going with. And then that becomes it, doesn't it? So it's part of the problem. What's that about the Supra? Yeah, Supra nerfed. Got you. No Group 4 changes. Sounds about right. You should be able to jump in any car you want and enjoy it and it be competitive in a race. But we don't have that at the moment. There we go. This is the advantage of the Porsche as well. Look at this. As we hit sort of middle of 6th gear, I don't know if it's just a certain speed or whatever, it starts to harvest energy and recharge that battery, which is what makes this car so good. Dan, how we doing, mate? Hope you're all well, buddy. Hope we're all well. You might as well get your thoughts as well on a couple of things. Well, mainly just the Ferrari VGT. What do you think? Have you driven it yet? What's your thoughts? Maybe on the update in general. What do you reckon? Overall, I'm happy with it. I think it's good. I know a few people disappointed that we didn't have new tracks and stuff, but I think it's a bit unfair to expect a new track every update, isn't it? So, you know, but yeah, the Ferrari, I really, really like. It's compromised the exit hugely there. Compromise the exit a lot there. Right, let's just nail this final sector. Keeping this one in 6th gear for sure. Not worth doing this one in 7th. Almost a little bit blind that left. You've just got to turn the car and trust that it will hit the corner. Oh, that might be a corner cutting penalty, that. 16.625, new personal best. Lovely stuff. Did anyone guess that? Start that one again. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Right. Get your guesses in. That 16.6 is a new personal best. Are we going to improve on that one, or will it stay as it is? We've got enough time, so everybody get your guesses in for this lap. Get your guesses in for this lap. doesn't have to be faster or whatever. Just get your guesses in for this lap. If you're correct, all 3 decimal places, free t-shirt from the merch store. Doesn't matter whether it's quicker, whether it's slower, whether it's whatever. Just if you get it correct for this lap. So everybody get your guesses in. I was out that corner in 3rd on the last one. I don't know if that's any quicker or not. 3:16.257, 16.596. Would love it if I could improve. Remember, that Ghost is 3/10 ahead. I have it set 3/10 ahead. So if we get level with it, we're actually 3/10 up. What's Dan reckoning? Dan's saying 5.96. I think I might have read that one out earlier. Not sure. Right, now I did compromise my exit on the next main braking zone on the right hander, which is coming up here. I don't know the names of the corners, unfortunately, but I do know it was where, I know in my head, I know I've lost time there, so let's see if we can make that up. That's cost time though. This was where I lost it on the last one. I think I maybe 2 or 3 tenths down on that best time there, I think. Just see if we can try and nail the very final chicane here. Might be a little bit wide there. Yeah, I said I thought it was about 3 tenths down. I was actually 4 tenths down. There we are then. Did anyone get it? Did anyone get it? I can't even remember what it was. We got pole position though. We've got pole position. Now I did forget to say that I'm only streaming till 9 PM tonight, so this is actually the last race. This is the last race, so let's get our predictions in on this one, whether or not we're going to get the race win. I would like to convert this from pole position to a win. Is it going to be doable though? Is it going to be doable? Right, come on. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Right, race win this one, surely. Cheers, Dan. John, we want to see that too. Absolutely. That noise is really annoying me. I don't know if you hear it on the mic. I'm assuming you've got it. It's loud enough. It's really, really annoying. Here we go. I didn't see what car he was in behind me there. Is he in the Porsche as well? He goes straight to the inside. He's going to try it. So I'm going to get a good exit though. We're able to fight that one and hold on to it. I do have to actually be quite tactical here. I don't want to burn my fuel by trying not to give these guys a slipstream. I'm not expecting to stay in the lead all of this race because I'm happy to let these guys go past. He is more than welcome to go past. Because if I can just sit now in his slipstream, I'm more than happy to do that. More than happy. Save fuel for later on in the race. If I was him, I would have stayed behind me because now he's the one who was helping me out. Unless he's not going to go for a pit, unless he's going to go for a pit stop strategy here, in which case he'll not be helping me out for much longer because he'll be well down the road. I think that guy, that Johan there, is going to go for a pit stop by the looks of things. That's my guess. So I'm not too fussed. These guys might end up wanting to try and go for an overtake here. I'm more than welcome to. One, because that's never going to stick. So you can absolutely go for that. He's not fuel saving. He can't be. 4 seconds down the road already. He can't be fuel saving. Absolutely. That guy is though. He's being sensible. Oh, P1 has made a mistake there. Cost himself a lot of time. If you're fuel saving, you can't afford mistakes. If you're not stopping. Sorry, start that again. If you're stopping and you're not fuel saving, then yeah, you can't afford mistakes like that. This guy's possibly going to try and go at the inside. He's trying to put me off a little bit. He does go at the inside. We're going to have a moment of karma for him there, for that little nudge. I certainly hope so. Across the line with a little bit more fuel to spare, and I'm going to continue to try and do that so that our last lap we can try and push, because it's going to be a similar sort of situation to what we had with the previous race, not when we were in the Audi but the one before that, where the guy who was race leader ran out into the lead, pitted, dropped behind us, and then had to find his way forward again. I hope that's not a penalty, because that could cost us in the long run. I'm more than happy to sit behind these two here and fuel save all of this. diving and twisting and turning all the way down the straight. Overtaken here. That one I wasn't expecting, I'll be honest. He's obviously been close enough to me and thought it's worth it. Worth looking for the move. Again, I'm more than happy sitting here, fuel saving. More than happy. Let those guys have a little bit of a scrap. Not too worried about any of that. They might end up pushing each other along a little bit, but what they will gain by pushing each other along, they will lose by fighting. Sure. As I think has just been proven there. Ten-second lead to the guy, for the guy who's out in front. It just dropped down there. That was a little bit confusing there. Just dropped down a little bit. He's taking that one very slowly, isn't he? Is he on team orders from those guys to try and hold me up here? Closed on him, in onto him there very, very quickly. And again, he's braking very early now as he decided that he's going to go fuel save as much as he can this lap. Just want to be careful for. Might want to end up trying to get past him here. Could be one that costs us just a little bit too much time. I've ran wide there as well. That's going to be a penalty. Dirty air caught me out there. Right, I've got no choice now. I'm going to have to push. I've got enough spare fuel to do so. So I'm going to push past him here, have the slipstream, and just continue to run on. Actually, just push him along a little bit more. Still sit behind him. And just have it on the next one. Do it that way. That's going to be more beneficial. See, we're on to 60 now. That's what we needed when we crossed the line the last time. When we just crossed the line there, we should have been on to 60. That's how much easier it is to fuel save in this thing. Push on a fair bit here in the next couple of straights. Grab myself the P4 back. Actually, I don't need to be doing any of that. I just realised I didn't get a penalty. I just realised I didn't have a penalty. I was so convinced I was getting a penalty. I never even looked and noticed that I didn't even have one, so I don't even need to do any of that. I can just sit behind him quite comfortably still. That was funny. I was convinced I had a penalty there for running wide. I did run wide, I just didn't get the penalty. Interesting. Special place in hell for weavers. It doesn't bother me too much, to be honest with you. But we Depends how much they do it. I don't mind a couple of movements across the track, but when it gets a bit ridiculous, then I'm not a fan of that. There you go, P1 into the pits. Don't know if anybody else is going to be going in. Probably could do with getting a bit of a move on now though. There you go, top 3 all into the pits. This guy's going to become P1. Wonderful. I'm going to sit behind and fuel save this lap as well. Make it all about the next lap. He's got to be trying to fuel save as well, because I mean, he is stretching the lead, but only slightly. Happy sitting here for this lap, fuel saving just a little bit more. Look at that, we're about to have 40% fuel and we're halfway around the lap. We could be down at 30% now and we would be on track. The next lap I'm going to be able to push like crazy. All of a sudden fuel saving in this has become very easy after driving the Audi, so John saying get past him, see if he has fuel to go with you. I know what you mean. I don't think that he will do. I just do not think that he will do, or in fact I'm fairly confident. I can't say that I know he won't, but I really don't think he will do. So I've fuel saved so much before this guy ended up getting in front of us, so I know that he's already pushed a little bit more. Let's not do that though. You just see the difference there. I gained 0.2 just by keeping it in 6th gear for a little bit longer. Close enough now to start being affected by the dirty air though, so we just want to be a little bit careful. You can see how much I'm gaining here already. Tons of fuel, literally, right? I've got 30% fuel, I've got 32% fuel, and at this point in time all I need is 20. So this lap is nothing but a push lap. We can get past this guy on one of the straights and then hopefully absolutely leave him behind. 30% fuel, more than enough here. No matter how much we push, I don't think we could use 30% fuel. I might end up getting in front of him a little bit earlier than I think here. Got to try and time it right. I don't want to get in front of him too early, remember, unless I want the satisfaction of fastest lap, which might not be a bad idea. He's got a half-second penalty there as well, so that pretty much, unless I do the same thing, pretty much wipes him out of contention. He's going to to go to the inside. I'm going to let him go as well. I'm really not bothered. He's going to have to try and push a little bit now because he's going to want to make up that time. Yet again, I'm happy to sit in the slipstream. Even then, I will still make the most of saving a little bit of fuel here. Just so that we've got room to push at the very end. Or more room. We already had plenty of room and plenty of fuel to push. We're going to have just a little bit more now. Literally, we're halfway through this lap and I've still got an entire lap worth. So, more than happy with this. How this is panning out. Go. Should we wait for him when he serves the penalty? Should we wait? Yes or no? Should we wait for him? Because we're going to have the fuel to be able to push more than him anyways. Actually, there's people behind. So, maybe not. Because those guys that weren't pushing, those guys that were pushing, sorry, are actually right behind. So, I'm not going to do that. Those guys that were on the one-stop strategy. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. We take the win. What a treat. That is a good night of account rebuilding, I think. I'd definitely be happy with that. Not too shabby, eh? Beautiful driving. I wouldn't go that far. Cheers, Jarvis. Thank you. Appreciate you tuning in, mate. What a hero. Really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. Good stream. Good stream. It's nice to be back to getting some wins and podiums and stuff like that, so certainly makes it a little bit more enjoyable. Hopefully, however, it doesn't last too long. Hopefully we get ourselves back up to A+, A and A+. So the next stream will still be a little bit of account rebuilding, and we'll see how we end up getting on with that. Possibly, I don't know yet. I'm kind of in the middle. Might end up streaming again tomorrow night. Not too sure yet. We will work that one out. We'll see if it happens. If it happens, basically. So yeah, nicely controlled. Yeah, it was. It worked out all right. That one worked out all right. Just dropping behind, knowing that everybody's pushing ahead, makes it a lot easier to know that you're safe to fuel save. But it's just when you're in, you know, those slightly higher lobbies and people are just way quicker than you, and then you're like, are they pushing? Are they not? Are they pushing? Are they not? And then it turns out that actually they're not, and then just 6 seconds a lap quicker than you. So, you know, all part of the fun though. Hopefully we get back up to A+ pretty soon. Fingers crossed for that, that's for sure. So really enjoyed that one though. Good race, good stream overall. Hope everyone has enjoyed it. Makes a difference to be getting some race wins in there. So thank you all for tuning in. We will call it a day or a night there, and we will try and get ourselves up to A-rated maybe by the end of next week, next week before Christmas, something like that. And then the push for A+ to regain, the push to regain A+ will commence. But there we go. Hope everyone's enjoyed it. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Hopefully catch you tomorrow. Just keep an eye on the channel whether or not you get a notification from me going live. Hopefully I can do. So yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Good stream, good night all. Indeed, Bob. Not too shabby, eh? Not too shabby. But yeah, hope everyone's enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your night. I shall hopefully catch you tomorrow. If not, then it will be Monday for for the next week of daily races. How is the DR now? Yes, we'll have a very quick look at where we are at. I've already gone to the wrong place, I think. Well, we can see there it's more than halfway through B rated there. Where do I need to go again to? A total mind blank. That's the one. Is it? Is it the one? No, it's not. Yes, it is. Is it? Is it not? It's not, is it? You don't... Oh, I can't remember. My mind's gone blank now. Never mind. Anyways, you can see there we're like sort of 3/4 of the way through our driver rating on for B. So we will get up there. Get to A eventually. There we are though. Hope everyone's enjoyed it. Catch you all later. If not tomorrow, then Monday. I shall see you all then. Toodles!